Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And 5:42 p.m. tomorrow, most of Chicagoans will be doing this. And Kenzie guessed that what's happening at that time, that the sun is being, quote, blocked by something. Not exactly sure. Something. And Case guessed that all of us are going to be, starting our drinking. We're going to get one on, get going. And Case talked about, Case is straight edge. He's never had a beer, never had alcohol or drugs. And I said, what beer would you go for first? He mentioned Bud Light Lime because he saw the girl he was with at Red Hot Chili Peppers show at the Soldier Field a few years ago, drinking that. And what'd you say, quote, she looked like she was having a good time.
Well, if it made her that happy, then it must be good. Now, I do regret to inform the text line, I will not be drinking. My entire personality is tied to the fact that I have never had alcohol before. I cannot break that now without a major personality crisis. But you guys knock yourselves out. Seems like you guys are having a good time.
Well,
personality crisis when you're drunk is the best time to tackle them. Way more fun.
You haven't really tapped in. I'm not trying to get you to drink. I respect what you do.
But
boy, does alcohol unlock emotions.
I feel like my emotions are pretty unlocked.
You'd see more.
Okay.
Which I don't know if you want to see more.
I don't really want to. I'm very happy with my life right now. I'd rather not explore it.
I can't hit the buzzer on that one.
Why? I've had a great week. Personally and professionally, I've had a great week. Why can't I be happy without hitting a buzzer?
Why are you yelling angry at all that?
Oh my God, you guys are totally fighting right now in front of me.
Yep. We're like that CEO with his wife after the Jumbotron incident last night.
What happened before I got here?
She was falling and I was just holding her. I wasn't hugging her. It's probably what
I'm like...
She was choking on a hot dog.
Choking to death.
What, are you going to not save her life?
That's nice. Could have been to jail for not helping her.
Dude, the bystander effect's real.
We're going to get into that conversation in just a few minutes about what happened, the Coldplay CEO conversation. But...
Coldplay CEO sounds funny.
Really, I don't know how else to say it. But Poo Plant Kim checked in and said, my first beer was an old style when I was 4. But she said it turned her off beer for life. So there you go.
Oh, there you go.
So the fact is neither of those things. The sun's not getting blocked out. And even though people will be starting their first beer at 5:42 p.m. tomorrow, that's not the most popular thing that's going on in Chicago at that time. What it is the most popular time in Chicago, 5:42 p.m. on Saturday, for eating ice cream. And that's true.
Look how happy you are, Brian.
Well, I have a lot of thoughts on this. I think it's almost a weird time for ice cream right before dinner. You eat ice cream. Everybody sit down and eat dinner at 6, down at the dining room table with the parents.
You know what a lot of people do, though, Brian, is a lot of people, as a family, do go out and get ice cream like when you have little kids and stuff early, because the lines are going to be so insane. Your kids are just going to lose their mind after 7 o'clock. You don't want to wait for an hour to get an ice cream cone. I've seen a lot of family be like, let's just go early, get it out of the way. Kids are fresh off the nap. We don't have to deal with that.
Yeah. The ice cream's out of the way is what you're saying. Yeah, that's not a bad thought.
Because it's hard. Like, the lines are, when you're there with little kids, getting little kids to wait in line should be in the Olympics. It's unbelievable.
Well, this is what Chicago does, 5:42 p.m. Fridays are next, and that would be the same time, but it's less amount of people do it. So it's around the same time on Friday, too. So maybe you're right on to something there. That DQ, It's all lined up. You forget about it. I need my Blizzard now. I need my cake batter, the mashup Blizzard now at Dairy Queen. It's so good.
You like the mixing bowl mashup. That's
Mixing bowl mashup, yes. Oh, have you had it?
I have not.
You certainly know about it.
Because my son wants Dairy Queen every night. And so we always open the app to see what Dairy Queen has a lot of specials on their app. I'm just going to let you know.
No, very much.
Last night my son got a dilly bar for $1. I'm like, I'll pull up the app. I'll see what deals they have. And that's what we go get.
It's nice to know that your 10-year-old and me have the same eating habits.
Yes,
Yep.
You guys do.
Well, there's the fact. Tomorrow at 5:42 p.m., eat some ice cream. Now, coming up here in just a few minutes, we will get into it. We have the statement from the CEO who got caught on the Jumbotron, allegedly cheating on his wife at a Coldplay concert. Coldplay playing tomorrow at Camp Randall up in Wisconsin, in Madison. And we gave away a lot of tickets to that. So we have a lot to break down. But part of our conversation in the breaking news, the statement from the CEO, we have something unbelievable to tell you. I think you've probably seen it come across your timeline, but something with the statement he made about the incident is kind of blow your mind. And that's coming up here in just about 6 minutes.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, coming up in sports after we play some Coldplay, coming up here in a little bit.
Okay?
I was just excited about playing some Coldplay for no
All
reason
right.
at all. We'll give away AEW tickets for the residency at the Aragon for the next week or so. So we'll give away those tickets to go see the event. The story you can't avoid no matter what is what happened at a Coldplay show Wednesday night, and the video came up pretty much after we got off the air yesterday, right at the end of the show. So at a Coldplay show in Massachusetts Wednesday night, a couple showed up on the Jumbotron. Yes, they have a Kiss Cam style segment on Coldplay shows, and you'll know
So
that.
be warned, apparently.
Yeah, you won tickets from us for tomorrow's show at Camp Randall up in Madison. Just be aware of who you're taking there. Maybe you change who you're taking now. So there was a CEO of a tech company called Astronomer named Andy Byron, and his coworker, who was the, quote, this is her title, Chief People Officer, Kristen Cabot, Kristen Cabot. Cabot in HR. Now, the camera went on them. He was hugging her from behind in the upper stomach region, the breast area, hugging her when they went on there. It looked like a lovely couple. Looked like a wonderful married couple enjoying Coldplay.
It looks like they're having a great time.
And the second the camera got on him, boy, did all hell break loose. It certainly got different, and they both backed off. He backed off first, and she reacted horribly. And here's what the sound happened from the show.
They both practically threw each other.
It was really a not a good reaction when they saw they were on the Jumbotron.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
That's Chris Martin of Coldplay as they went on the Jumbotron, and we're looking at everybody there. So turns out it seems like they were having an affair.
And not just shy. They were shy, but also having an affair.
Not shy.
Shy because they were having an affair, if you will.
Yeah. So they were
Good.
co-workers. It was not his wife, and it was not her husband. And now all hell was broken loose, and it's gotten billions of views on every social media platform. You can see the original video on our Facebook page, which Case got up first before anybody else. So Q101's Facebook page has the video. If for some reason you haven't seen it, just like maybe you haven't heard that OJ died yet. So it's all there for you to see. Now, apparently the coworker was either divorced or separated. There's no comment from the wife, although she has removed her Facebook page off of the internet.
I highly doubt both of them were separated. That they're probably both like, things have just been hard. And I'm like, it is hard when you're cheating. It makes a relationship really difficult.
There's a lot to unpack here, but a statement was released yesterday that's also gone almost as viral as the video itself, and it comes from the CEO that was busted. I'll read that statement right now really quick. Here's his statement on being busted, I guess cheating, if you will. I want to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it's caused. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. That's the company he works for or is the CEO of. He's a billionaire, by the way. He's worth about $1.2 billion. You missed another one, Kenzie. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and a leader. And this is not who I am or want to be. I want to represent the company I helped build. I'm taking time to reflect, to take accountability, and to figure out the next steps. Personally and professionally, I ask for privacy as I navigate this process. I also want to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment became public without my consent. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle. As a friend once sang, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. It's signed Andy.
Of course, that last quote, the friend that he's talking about is Chris Martin. Those, of course, are the lyrics to Fix You by the band Coldplay.
That's right. Beautiful statement. Megan read it to me yesterday when she saw it come across her timeline, but also making himself the victim right away.
Well, smart.
No, I hate that statement.
Well,
I hate it so much.
And you could also, continue that hate for that statement because it's not real.
Yeah.
It's been confirmed that statement, if you've seen it come across your timeline of this guy doing that, no, it is not real, that statement. It's fake. And
Which is annoying. Don't put out fake. I want to know who put out the fake statement first because that's annoying.
This might be a pivotal moment in digital world, this actual event, because there's so much fake stuff after this. It might be a leader in fake information after an event that was real. You know what I mean? Like, because of AI.
It sounds like you just smoked a lot of weed. That was crazy.
So, bro, here's what, listen. So basically, we're living in this metaverse, and nothing's real.
Say that again.
I can't say it again. Nothing's real.
Honestly, when you said, do you know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't even know how to respond. 'Cause I didn't want you to try to do it again.
Here, let me try to do it again without vaping.
It's a pivotal piece of the digital world.
This is going to be I almost said it again. This is going to be
It's the most fake news after a real event, is what you said.
That's a good summary. Going forward, this might be that. This event.
I think it's the most people have ever tried to monopolize and get, attention and clicks and stuff like that. Like you're saying, this was a real event, not fake, but people are coming up with fake updates for clickbait.
Right.
So what we know now is that the statement Brian just read was fake. What we know is real is that the wife of the CEO initially removed his last name from her Facebook profile, later deleted her Facebook entirely. What we also know is that the head of people, or whatever she was called, the chief of people.
Chief people officer.
Chief people
okay,
officer.
because I thought you meant the magazine. Okay.
Nope. No.
Yeah.
Chief people officer. We do know that she was married at one point, but has since either separated or divorced that husband. So she was on the market, single, ready to mingle. The CEO was married and might not be come Monday morning.
No, or this morning. I don't know how that
what
works.
she really needs to do is, if he's going to get let go from his company and have kind of like a big settlement payout, she needs to wait to divorce him until that comes through so he doesn't get all of that money. She should also be getting half of that.
Yeah, I guess it's $1.2 billion. She gets half. When this all goes out, they have a couple kids. A tragic situation all around. Beautiful wife, by the way. I don't know how she is as a person, but his wife, beautiful.
Yeah.
It's become the Zapruder film of adultery, because I can't stop watching the video, and I don't know what it is in our collective heads that has scratched this itch. This video has become addictive because every time it pops up on my feed, which is because every single person that I follow is posting the video, which is fine. I'm finding something new every time. You watch the video, the camera cuts to them. She turns around. She does a 180. The guy ducks. The guy just disappears.
Yeah.
He's
gone.
There's the third person, the friend who also works for the company. She knows exactly what's going on, and she tries to cover her face. Once those two are out of the frame, two bros come in and start flexing on the Jumbotron. I don't know who they are. They're awesome.
They're going, yeah! We're on the Jumbotron! Let's go! Hey, Mom!
And I'm like, move! I want to see what happens.
And then
They look like they're interns from the company in the suite, and they got invited. They're just stoked to be there, and they could care less who's cheating.
So were we able to figure out, is this astronomer's suite? Was there a bunch of office people there, or just the one other employee?
That I don't know. We did do a little research because initially when this came through, I thought he was an astronomer, and I'm a space
Me
nut.
too. I thot he was an astronomer and a CEO. I'm like, he's really busy. I can't believe he can cheat.
I'm a space nerd. I was like, this guy, okay, let's give him a break here. He's probably a nerd his whole life. He ended up scoring, and he's got women coming after him every place he can go. He can't help it. He cheated with the HR lady.
can't help it.
But turns out he's just
Poor guy.
He's just a classic CEO underpaying all his employees. that turns out what he allegedly, by the way, like the cheating.
Oh no, I'm sure everybody gets paid handsomely at astronomer.
So I did see somebody do a mini deep dive, right? And they said that the other girl was probably only invited so they could write it all off, like their date night was, and be like, oh, it was a company thing because she brought her friend that also works there.
Yeah.
Another side note is, if you follow their HR history together, the girl who was part of the cheating scandal always gets a job first, and then this girl gets hired. And it's like, well, human resources is supposed to be all about equal opportunity hiring, and she just keeps hiring her friend instead.
Yeah.
So a lot of bad things getting brought up.
I love the friend in the video. She's my favorite.
Because we all have our favorites in this.
Because when they zoom in on her, she had that smile. She goes, I know everything. She's going to get a podcast, that girl.
Oh, she's the new talk show.
She's going to get a $10 million deal with Spotify to do a podcast.
I think she's on Rogan next week.
Forget about the Haktua girl. This girl takes her. I don't care. And the curious thing in this whole deal is, if they just chilled out and kept hugging and let Chris Martin say whatever he wanted in the video, we wouldn't know who they are today.
No,
and they could still continue their cheating.
They just look like two white people at a Coldplay concert. I would have I would have been like, yeah, those are Coldplay fans. That's what a Coldplay fan looks like.
That's a long-standing Coldplay fan.
Absolutely.
Right there. And if they just chilled out and didn't do anything, it would have been...
Tell that bitch to be cool.
I'm gonna kill you.
Say, bitch, be cool. Be cool, honey. Say, bitch, be cool. Tell that bitch to chill.
Be cool, honey.
Chill that bitch out.
Chill out, honey bunny.
Chill.
Chill out, honey bunny.
Chill out. If they would have just chilled, like Jules told them to, in Pulp Fiction, no, we wouldn't know who they are. They continue on. Isn't that fascinating?
I wouldn't know what astronomer the company is had they just chilled out.
I guarantee their stock is going to go up when it opens today, probably like 100 points. They're an AI company of all things.
Of course.
I know. I thought they were. Why can't they be a space company? Space is cool. AI's taking all our money and jobs. Astronomer, space company. Duh.
Yeah.
A-holes. God, terrible. Well, we'll follow this saga as it goes through and continues on, and there's going to be more information today, I'm sure. Probably a real statement from him later on.
I have to thank the text line. This is going to be an early nomination for Piece of Garbage Madness next year.
Facts.
Coldplay guy seems like a real strong shot to win the entire tournament.
Well, here's the thing. AI won Piece of Garbage Madness last year.
They did.
So is she ranked the same as him? Is she a one seed in another region and he's a one seed? They're both cheaters.
I think yes. If she's not actually separated or divorced, I'm very interested because the rumor is she's actually not in the relationship, so he's the one being a cheater. But you know what really pissed me off about her? Because I'm all about like the guy's a piece of garbage, obviously, okay. But what pissed me off about her, and I know that people do nervous laugh, is the amount of giggling. Is it funny you just ruined an entire family because you're a whore? Is that funny?
Good question. Good
You
question.
should just stand up, apparently. I don't know why you're laughing so hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, drag her behind a car. That pisses me off.
Yeah. So anyway, if they so she could be higher.
Why would we separate them? They're a couple at the Coldplay concert. They're a couple
The
in Piece of
Coldplay
Garbage
couple?
Man. Yeah, the
Just in the
Coldplay
bracket?
couple.
Coldplay
No,
couple.
because I think if you put them one seeds in different regions, they could end up in the Final Four, and that would be fun to see. Then people vote who is worse if they have to compete against each other.
I feel like they're in this for the long
I
haul
think we need
together.
more information before we decide if they should be in separate boxes or not.
True, we got time. Piece of Garbage Madness not till March of next year, of 2026. and
Maybe
they'll be
she's
in there.
like tweeted out a racial slur before. We're like, okay, new box. Racist Coldplay lady.
Racist Coldplay lady.
Racist Coldplay lady playing Riot Fest. You'll find them on the third stage. Thanks for Jeff for checking in from Joliet, who's waiting for those AEW tickets. We'll have those after Coldplay. AEW tickets for not just Jeff, but everybody in Joliet. And everybody around Joliet can take a shot at them.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It's Friday. It's 8. It's time for Case's movie review. We had Jack check in from Lombard. Of all things, Jack said, I've been waiting for Clueless. I didn't expect a Jack to say he was ready from Clueless, let alone a Jack from Lombard. But Jack was ready. He even rewatched it again last night, which we encourage you to do. If you've seen the movie or not seen it, watch it before Case's review so you can really play along with the event. So let's get to it.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English in what?
Utah. Give me 2.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
Now fry like bacon, you little freshman piggies! Fry! Fry!
Playing football in West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
Well, if you're a Gen Xer like myself, this is certainly a wake-up call that Clueless is 30 years old today. Holy crap. What a movie. And Case is doing Clueless on the 30th anniversary. The budget was $12 million, and it made $88 million at the box office. On Rotten Tomatoes, it holds a approval rating of 82%, based on reviews of 125 critics, an average rating of 6.9 out of 10. Clueless was released on VHS and Laserdisc on December 19th, 1995. So only 6 months after being in the movie, it was released on those platforms and by Paramount Home Video. It ended up top 20 for both video rental and video sales for 1996 in the United States. That's something you haven't added in, a fact like that in these 90s movies that shows how massive Clueless was in that post-theater market, even though it still made $88 million in the box office.
The Blockbuster universe.
Yeah. Oh, Blockbuster was amazing. Soundtrack was also amazing with the Beastie Boys, Cracker, Radiohead, the Smoking Popes, our great Chicago friends. So it was just one of those pinnacle 90s fun movies. But I'll find out, and we'll all find out together here, if Case thought it was fun. But first, we do what we always do. 30 years ago, here is how Clueless was being promoted on TV.
I'm a real wild one.
In Beverly Hills.
He gave me a C-.
Either you lead,
The shopping with Dr. Seuss?
follow,
You look good, as will you.
or get out of her way.
Oh, should I write them a note?
Alicia Silverstone.
Did I miss something? A quick hair back? Whatever.
Clueless.
What is that?
A dress.
Says who?
Calvin Klein.
Rated PG-13. Starts Wednesday, July 19th at theaters everywhere.
Oh, this is awesome. But we'll find out what Case thought of Clueless on the 30th anniversary. By the way, Barbie releasing a 30th anniversary Clueless edition today as well. Wow. So the Barbie.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's a Clueless Barbie, I guess it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Got it.
No, it's all right. It's like 2 weeks ago it was diabetic
Barbie.
type 1 diabetic Barbie. Now,
Thank you for clarifying it was type 1.
yeah. And now it's Clueless Barbie. So you're going to get one of those, Case, a Clueless Barbie?
I don't know if I'll get one of those. I do want to note before I dive into my Clueless thoughts, speaking of watching ahead, next week I'll be watching Happy Gilmore to coincide with the release of Happy Gilmore 2, which will be out on Netflix a week from today.
My mom loves Happy Gilmore.
Good to hear. We'll talk about that more next week. As for Clueless,
Okay, let's go.
only thing I knew about this movie going in, first of all, as crazy as this might sound, one of the most requested movies I've had. This is very clearly a core Q101 movie if there ever was one.
It's like a cult classic.
Absolutely. A lot of people have been begging me for the last year to watch Clueless. Finally knocked it out. So I knew it was one that our listeners liked. And I knew about the dress that the main character wears in the opening scene, the sort of yellow and black getup. That's what the Clueless Barbie's wearing. I've always thought, hey, not a bad outfit. I like what I see there.
Okay.
My big question coming out of Clueless is, I guess I don't know who Alicia Silverstone is. I'm confused as to why she wasn't necessarily like Jennifer Aniston, because she's electric in this movie. As a leading woman, she's magnificent. She's gorgeous. I know she plays a 16-year-old, but she was of age when this movie was filmed, so I can say she's gorgeous by law.
I'm glad you checked that out to make sure you could say what you want in this review.
Trust me, I Googled. Who is she? Why is she not more famous? She's amazing.
Super famous.
Was she? Because it is not. By the way, I'm not saying she's not famous. I'm saying I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that I would say she was one of the 90s, like, it girls. May I be so bold? I don't know. But, like, she was in, I felt like, a lot of stuff. She's an icon because of this movie. Like, no doubt this is her biggest project. No doubt, because it's a cult classic.
And you're right that you described it exactly right. She was a 90s it girl, and post-90s, she still works, but she was in Batman and Robin. That was the George Clooney Batman movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
She was in Beauty Shop. I love that movie.
There's a movie that she first did. It was her first movie called The Crush. That's actually kind of really dramatic and not funny. And not fun, but she's amazing in it. And of course, the Aerosmith video for, I think it was Crazy, with Steven Tyler's daughter, Liv Tyler, in it as well. You know, very, very fun video.
That's where Liv Tyler's like naked in the video, right?
They're kind of very sexually provocative.
Okay, and then Steven Tyler's daughter.
It's his daughter.
For the Steven Tyler music video.
And Alicia Silverstone.
Okay, yeah, not bad.
Point. Pretty Thing, what looks like was one of her most recent projects, because that came out in 2025.
Okay, great. Hey, I love her. I'm glad she's still working. I think she's great.
Yeah, what you're saying
She is great.
But she should be she should be a bigger profile even today.
I guess in the same way that we once had Brangelina, I'm just wondering who the Silverstone counterpart would have been. I can't believe she wasn't an A-list celebrity for most of my life in the same way that a Jennifer Aniston has been.
95 was like her year.
Okay.
Because you had Clueless, you had True Crime, you had The Babysitter. I mean, she came out swinging in tons of movies. It really was like the it girl because of that.
And honestly, I just looked at Wikipedia. She started off in a Domino's pizza commercial.
Yeah, humble beginnings, am I right?
Yeah, damn right. So, what'd you think of Clueless?
It's awesome.
Okay.
This is a fun movie. I guess, it was a little over a year ago that I watched Dazed and Confused. And Although that also has a cult classic appeal, I was personally not a fan of watching 70s doobie smokers drive around in their cars with no motivation in life whatsoever. None of those kids had jobs. They're all seniors in high school.
You sound like a 90-year-old man saying, get off my lawn right now.
I'm just saying, maybe have some motivation in your life. Would it kill you to have a plan after high school? What I like about this movie, all these kids are doing stuff. They're all driving places, but they've actually got places to be. They all dress cool. They all talk cool. They all look cool. I could be friends with these guys. Not nice. I saw you reach with glee for the buzzer.
I did a long reach for that buzzer for some reason today.
I find this movie to be one that, although I only watched it once, I watched it yesterday in the afternoon. It's one that I might fire up again this weekend. I'll certainly want to watch it a month from now. I'll want to watch it 3 months from now. It does seem like the type of movie that every time you watch it, you're going to come away with a new takeaway from it, something else that you enjoyed, because the acting is really top-notch between Silverstone and Paul Rudd and Brittany Murphy, who I know from King of the Hill. The cast is just a really, really solid cast. It tells a basic love story. You kind of know where it's going from the early going, about this rich girl who finds out that if you do good deeds, you might feel good about yourself. And then at the very end of the movie, the man that's been in front of her the entire time is the man that she ends up with. It's very nice in the way that they tell that story. I find the entire movie to be really, really funny. Do you guys feel the same way?
I love Clueless, and I just think it's such a fun watch because it's like, I love going back to older movies and being like, oh my gosh, Brittany Murphy. Oh my gosh, Paul Rudd. Like, it's like, oh, it's like a class party. It's so exciting to like, I just think it's such a blast, like going back to the old movies before people were like huge, you know, and being like, oh my God, you have no idea what's in store for you. It's going to be awesome. So I did love this cast. Stacey Dash, complicated legacy, obviously, but she did great in the movie. Love her here, you know?
Also, proof that Paul Rudd's a vampire.
Paul Rudd is a vampire.
He looks exactly the same today as he does in this movie 30 years ago.
And he's so good in this movie. I love the relationship that he constructs with Cher, Alicia Silverstone's character, with her dad. There's the scene that I want to play when she comes down the stairs in the Calvin Klein dress, and Paul Rudd leans over to her dad and goes, well, you're not going to let her wear that outright. And I just find the dialogue in the scene to be so funny.
You drink?
No, thanks. I'm cool.
I'm not offering. I'm asking you if you drink. You think I give alcohol to teenage drivers taking my daughter out?
Hey, man, the protective vibe, I dig.
What's with you, kid? You think the death of Sammy Davis left an opening in the Rat Pack?
And here she comes down the stairs in the Calvin Klein dress.
Christian.
Doll face.
Handsome.
Stunning. You're not letting her go out like that, are you?
Cher, get in here.
What's up, Daddy?
What the hell is that?
A dress.
Says who?
Calvin Klein.
It looks like underwear. Go upstairs and put something over it.
I was just going to.
Hey, you. Anything happens to my daughter, I got a 45 and a shovel. I doubt anybody would miss you.
And that character there, the one that is taking Cher out on that date, who on the Wikipedia page they refer to as a, quote, metrosexual. I believe by the end of the movie they just convince everybody that he's entirely gay, which is fine, which is great, actually. But that character is very funny because it's rooted in a very 90s portrayal of what a metrosexual would have looked like at the time. But I find him to be so funny. The scene that I liked most in this movie is when Alicia Silverstone invites him over and she gets all dressed up, and they're laying in bed together, and she keeps on trying to, in other words, seduce him, poke the bear, make him interested, and he finds all of these excuses for why he's not going to do that. We'll play the audio in just a second, but what it reminded me of was my senior prom, the girl that I went with. We were friends when we went to prom together, but I knew that she liked me, and we agreed to go to prom, to leave early, and then
you didn't have feelings for her?
Not at the time. We ended up dating for 2 years, but that was later.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's a whole other story. But we went to prom together. We agreed to leave early so we could go back to her place and then watch The Sopranos at her house. And given that she was 18 and a woman and I was a man that she was interested in, she had assumed that when we said watch The Sopranos at her house, that was code for something else. And the entire night, she's batting eyelashes, she's spinning plates, she's tapping dances, she's doing all these great things. I was so literal in the plan of we are going to go back to her house and watch The Sopranos, and all of her attempts failed, and this audio of Alicia Silverstone trying to seduce this character made me laugh so much for that reason.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Do you want something to drink? You know, I could get you some wine.
No. You notice how wine makes people want to feel like sexy?
Well, it's okay.
I'm actually getting tired.
But, I can make you some coffee if you'd like.
Oh, no thanks. Got the ulcer.
You had all those cappuccinos before.
Oh. Well, you know, that was like, foam.
So good.
Now, of course, my situation was a little bit different. He seemed to just not be interested. Let me tell you, if Alicia Silverstone was in my bedroom at any point, I would have taken advantage of it. But here we are now.
Shade it to your ex. You're just like, not like, because she was coming on to you and you didn't jump.
It took me a while to come around on that one, but we had a lovely time together.
So I gotta give a rating on this one. I'm trying to think of what you're gonna rate this movie in.
I think I've got to rate it out of Calvin Klein dresses.
That's probably
the
right.
The fashion in this movie is great. Look, I'm not exactly the Beverly Hills type, nor will I ever be. But man, for 90 minutes, the 90 minutes Clueless is on, I want to be a cool teenager in Beverly Hills.
I could totally see you. Your personality is very in line with how Paul Rudd is in this movie. Just a little prudy, hanging around like a friend, that you should be so in line with him, you know?
2.5 years together, Kenzie, it's the nicest thing you've ever said to me that I remind you of a Paul Rudd character.
You do, honey. You're my Paul Rudd.
I will give this 7 Calvin Klein dresses
Wow.
out of 10.
That's a pretty big rating.
Not a great movie by definition, but a very good movie. One that if you've never seen it, spend the Friday evening inside watching Clueless. I highly recommend it.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.